guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be the intro that I used to film my entire makeup collection, okay? So this is going to take a lot of work on my part, so I hope you appreciate it. But basically what I'm going to do is film all of my makeup collection in parts. I think there's going to be probably about 10 videos that go up. I'm not sure if I'm going to put them all up in like a span of like 2 weeks, or if I'm going to put them up like one at a time, but by the time you're seeing this video you will have figured that out. I am going to be recycling this same intro for all of the parts simply because there's a couple of disclaimers that I want to put out there. I'm sure most of you don't need to hear these disclaimers, so you can like fast forward if you want, but honestly some people need to hear it, and yeah, so I guess that's the most environmentally friendly way to do it, right? It's totally not me being lazy and not wanting to film 10 intros. So for this particular collection series, there may be a few things here and there that I decide to declutter. I did a very ruthless declutter back in December, so I don't think there are a ton of things in my collection that I'm just needing to get rid of. But there could be things here and there. I'm thinking especially in like the palettes, the lip products, there could be things that I want to get rid of. So if that's the case, I will be decluttering those, potentially to friends or family that are interested in them. Please don't ask me to mail you used makeup. That's kind of weird. If there's anything that's unopened that I decide to declutter, I may send that to a friend who's just learning how to use makeup, or potentially donate to a shelter in the area, which is what I've done in the past a couple times. Yes, I am a makeup addict. No, I am not in rehab. No, I'm not going to rehab, and you can't make me. I do have a ridiculous collection. Nobody needs this much makeup. You don't need this much makeup, but I have it because I spend a lot of my fun money on makeup, and I am a sucker for packaging. So I probably have 200 very similar looking palettes, but the packaging is different, so in my eyes they're different. Who knows? Some of the stuff I may swatch, some of it I may not swatch. It's kind of hard to say. Yeah, but I'm filming this in the beginning, and I'm going to be going up to start filming this collection hopefully later today. So if I can get all of the videos filmed today and then edit them and slowly release them, that would be the best thing for me, I think. So yeah, I thank you so much for watching, and let's go ahead and get into the video. So this is my whole blush collection. You can only see about 3/4 of it because my camera is being the absolute worst, but that's okay. So we'll start from the edges and work our way in. So this is the Benefit Hervana blush. I do really like this one. It's nice and cool toned. It's one of the first cool toned blushes I ever had. I do have a couple other cool toned blushes in my collection. I will still keep this one, but it may not survive like my next formal declutter. I have this Laura Geller blush that I got in a BoxyCharm. This is a really nice blush. If you ever see these floating around at like TJ Maxx or something, definitely consider picking one up. It's like nice and shimmery without being like too glittery on the eyes. This one is in Tropic Hues. I have 3 of these Milani Rose blushes. I have Romantic Rose, Tea Rose. Oh, and then this is actually one of these Color Harmony. This is Berry Rays, and these blushes are super soft. They're very pigmented, very easy to blend. I really enjoy these, and I take them traveling sometimes, on top of which the like pressing of them is super pretty too. This one I actually shattered one of these already, and I went out and repurchased it because I really like that blush. Okay, some newer blushes to my collection, these Flower Beauty blushes. This one's more cool toned, this one's a little bit more warm. They are so shiny. You have to have a very gentle hand or it's game over for you. So that's something to be aware of with these, but they are nice blushes. I do enjoy using them. Okay. This Ciate blush we got in a BoxyCharm as well. This is one of those like products that everybody got in a big hubbub about because the ingredient list changed from the Ciate site to the ones they gave in BoxyCharm. But this actual blush is a really nice quality. I don't think, like, whatever they changed, I don't think it was that big of a deal, but you know, some people get really hype about it. I have two of these blushes from Burt's Bees. I don't really use these too much anymore, so I think I might let these go to somebody who might get better use out of them, but they were a Kathleen Light's recommendation. This one I just picked up. This is the Kiko Milano Unexpected Paradise blush. This is number 1, I think. No, number 2. I'm so sorry. So this is number 2. It smells just like the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzers. So, so nice on the cheeks. This e.l.f. blush I hardly ever use. It's a nice blush. My God. There we go. It's a nice blush. I just never use it, so I can let it go. This Neutrogena Healthy Skin Blush is super, super nice. Let me see. Can I get you to focus? There we go. It's a really nice blush. It's in the shade 10. It's got a nice like rosy pink kind of color to it, and I do really enjoy it. On top of which, this is the first blush that I posted about on Instagram where a brand actually like commented back, and that got me so, so excited. So thank you, Neutrogena, for making all of my dreams come true. This is Becca Songbird. This blush is really, really pretty as well. It's kind of like a peachy with a gold shift. I really like it. Definitely keeping that one. Then I have two of these Cover FX blushes. I have Sweet Mulberry and Pink Dahlia. I'm sure you've seen Pink Dahlia 100 times. It's like a nice peachy, pinky kind of shade. And running your brush back and forth between these two is really, really enjoyable. So obviously I'm keeping these. This other one, Sweet Mulberry, you may not have seen as much. It's like a really, really deep plummy purple. And you may be thinking like, wow, you're too pasty white for that. And you're right, I am. But if you sheer it out really nicely, it becomes like a really nice, kind of cool toned burgundy colored blush. Okay, so then we have the good lord. We have the Too Faced Papa Don't Peach blush. I do really like this one. Still smells like peaches. I'm keeping it. I have this one from Lancome. This was actually a gift from my grandmother. She used to work at a Bon-Ton, and they had this in like a little goodie bag, and she passed it along to me, and I just felt like that was really special. So that's something that I remember her for. I mean, she's still living, but that's something I remember about her that's kind of exciting. So I do still keep this one, especially for sentimental reasons. Almost done the powdered blushes, and then we're going to get into like some stick and liquid kind of stuff. This is the Lorac blush in Aura. I don't remember when I got this exactly. I think it was in like a Kohl's Lorac holiday set, but I do like this one, nice and cool toned. I have one of the e.l.f. primer infused blushes. This was a recommendation from Andrea Mattiliano, I think. And I really do like this blush, so definitely going to keep that one. This one, Dirty Little Secret, I got this in an Ipsy a long, long time ago. And I think there's some kind of like conflict with this brand now. Like there's some shady nonsense that they do. But I really like the color of the blush, so I am going to keep it since the money was already spent. This is Milani Luminoso. I'm sure you've seen this all over the place. Nice, warm, peachy, kind of shimmery blush. Definitely keeping that one. And then this is Tarte Party. This was a gift, I think, from Sephora at one point, so it's one of the smaller sized ones. But I do really like it. I think it's a pretty blush. Very neutral leaning blush. Okay, let me do this one next. Nabla. Oh my gosh, Nabla. Let's be best friends. This is the Truth skin glazing. It's originally designed to be a highlighter, and on deeper skin tones I think this would be a gorgeous highlighter. I use it as like a blush topper though, because it's got this like super pretty pinky kind of look to it, and then very, very reflective. So highly, highly recommend these bad boys. They did just release two blushes and a whole bunch of bronzers, so I do want to give some of those a try as well. And then this is the Ofra and Samantha March blush collab. What is this one called? Chiclet. And this thing is pigmented AF. Like, I'm just gonna swipe through it once, but like it has so much color. If you like put any amount of
Like you can see all the kick up that's coming up in there. If you put any amount of this on a brush, you will be good to go with your blush. You can see it's right there. So definitely super pretty, definitely keeping that, and that whole collection was fantastic. Okay, now we get into some liquid stuff. So this is the Kaja Bento stamp, and it's like a liquid blush, and then you pull up this little stamper thing and you stamp it into the liquid and then stamp it onto your cheeks. I am going to keep it and hopefully get a little bit more use out of it just because it's kind of a fun little like toy makeup. Okay. These four are e.l.f. blush sticks that I got from the e.l.f. website. They were having a ridiculous sale. It was like 40% off of everything, so I got them for just a few dollars a piece. I do really like the shades. I think they're really pretty. This one's a little fair for me, but even these deeper looking ones I think can be sheared out to work nicely on my skin tone, so I will still continue to use these, and I do really enjoy them, and for like $3 you can't go wrong. Okay, so the last couple of things to talk about with my blushes, I do have this ColourPop stick in 25-8, and I do really like that. It slips around a lot on the face, so I have to keep working with it to get it to be what I want it to be, but I am going to keep giving that a try. I have this Flower Beauty blush balm. I had another one and the top of it like exploded apart when I was trying to squeeze it out through the bottom, so that kind of sucked. So I did get rid of that one, but I am going to keep this one. It's super super bright coral, but it can be sheared out and look really flawless on the skin. You could build it up a little bit more though if you have like a medium or deeper skin tone, so definitely would recommend that if you're interested in a liquid blush. I really don't reach for these blush sticks as much as I reach for other things, so I think I'm going to go ahead and see if I can pass these along to a new home. Maybe somebody else can get a little bit more use out of them than I was able to. So these will be going.
I want to thank you again so much for watching this part of the collection series, and I hope to catch you in the next part. Bye.